So does this situation really merit a federal state of emergency as being recommended by Surrey, BC?
No, those are just fancy words. We have an acute crisis here. We have legislation in Canada that allows the federal agencies in the province of British Columbia under the BC Police Act to enact certain things with respect to this acute crisis. You don't need to amplify it to a state of emergency just to get added resources. The resources, my understanding, will be deployed here. Here's the problem, Akshay. We have 4 separate task forces operating in this relatively small region to deal with this crisis that is going on, the phenomenon of extortions, and you have 4 people that are in charge of it. You will never get any coordination that's required to stem the violence here when you have 4 people you can hold to account. I have advocated from day one there is a way out of this, and that's to have the resources in place, to have the coordination and sharing of information in place, and having one person you can hold to account to deal with the crisis.
And why do you think that has been such a big challenge? If 4 such agencies are making the situation so complicated and there is rampant extortion as it's being reported, why do you think it's been so complicated to sort of bring it all down to one agency or one head as you're recommending?
Well, let me give you a few examples. Ontario's been relatively successful in dealing with the extortion problem around the Peel region. And Peel region is a regional police agency that has brought several municipalities and cities together to police them in a unified fashion. We have a balkanized system here in British Columbia that we've discussed previously regarding the aspect of having so many different police agencies policing a relatively small area. When you have that, when you have those boundaries in place by the police, it's difficult for coordination and intelligence sharing the way it should be. So what I've said from day one, and I hope this is where they're going on this, is that the federal RCMP, under their jurisdiction, under their authority, they come in and they deal with it, and the police of jurisdiction respond to them and relate to them regarding their areas. The federal RCMP, they have the resources, they have the expertise, and they can do it if we can just bring them together to do it. We don't need 4 balkanized task force trying to work on the same issues that we have here. Secondly, this can be deterred if, in fact, we can get in front of it. And the reason why we're not getting in front of it is the fact that we've got these resources spread all over the place. We're not dealing with real-time intelligence to get it in the right place, to make sure that those people that are being extorted, we have the covert ability, we have the overt ability to make sure we arrest the people, deter it from occurring. Not just sending them out of the country. Let's hold them to account for the crimes they're committing in Canada under our laws in Canada.
Kash, I have little time, but I'd really like to have your point of view on what the Premier is saying today. You heard him say about how we'll have the police agencies from several provinces coming together, and of course the National Police as well, and then tackle the situation. What do you make of that? Will it complicate it further?
Well, I think that's just another meeting. And this is the problem. We need the resources on the ground right away. We had shootings this morning. We had 2 people that were interdicted the previous morning by the police of jurisdiction that just happened to be in the area. We need the resources on the ground right now. They can get that conversation going tomorrow by way of Zoom or whatever call. Get the resources there, get the people there. We can do this overnight. We don't have to wait a couple of weeks to have a meeting here in Surrey and fly the people in to do it. We can learn from Ontario. We can learn from Edmonton, who's been successful in this area. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we need coordination and intelligence to deal with this acute crisis that's happening now. And we need the leadership politically and certainly from a law enforcement perspective.
Okay, Kash Heed, former chief of West Vancouver Police and former Solicitor General in BC. Appreciate your time and expertise. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Akshay.